Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Hey everybody, here I am in my kitchen eating some amazing fruit that I picked from my trees. I got this jackfruit, whoa, that fell off from my tree. Some dragon fruit from my neighbor's tree. And it's the middle of summertime here now, and I'm in South Florida, West Palm Beach, Lake Worth, Florida. And there's just an abundant amount of fruit right now. And I made a video this past winter talking about eating less sugar and how sugar can make a person fat, or just in general, not eating too much fruit. And over the years, this is a question that many raw foodies have, is should they continue to eat a lot of fruit, or is fruit good or bad, and so on. And I bounced around with this a little and experimenting and everything else, but there's one thing I never really did until now, and I have found it to be amazing, and I want to discuss it here today. It is food combining. I mean, I've always followed food combining the best I could in terms of recipes and in terms of so on, but I always somehow, some way mixed my fat with my sugar. Somehow. But I did a fast recently, a 30-day water fast. And after the fast, all I've been doing is eating sweet stuff during the day. My goal is to have 2 meals a day. One meal of fruit, and then a later meal of a more savory food, like fat and greens and so on. What I found myself doing is eating more than once in the daytime the fruit, depending my schedule. If I don't have the right time to eat the meal like I'd want, I'd eat maybe more than once throughout the day. But I'm not eating any fat throughout the day. In the old past, I would maybe grab a handful of nuts and eat that, or just grab an avocado or something. I'm not eating any fats. I'm only eating fruit during the day, and then in the evening I'll have a savory meal. And that's what I've been doing now since I broke my fast several months ago. And I've been eating a raw vegan diet now for easily over 25 years and experiencing the benefits of it. But I can tell you, as a person who overcame ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, a disease of the intestines and digestion and inflammation, all this, for me, the most important thing to learn and understand is digestion. And I've said it, you can go back and look at all my videos, that the way to tell if what you're doing is working is not just by how you feel, but how your bowel movements are, and if you're going to the bathroom the right way, and also you're sleeping, everything else. And since I broke this water fast, and I had a lot of time to ponder this on a water fast, I was thinking about these things, and my digestion has never been ever better. Never better than it is now. And it's absolutely amazing. After doing this for so long, and the only major thing I'm doing different is I'm not snacking on fats during the day. I'm keeping it strictly simple, simple sugars, simple fruits. I don't do too many complex carbohydrates. I'm just pretty much simple carbohydrates, simple fruits throughout the day, and then a savory meal at nighttime. And that's it. I'm going to get back into juicing, because I was juicing a lot prior to fasting, and I haven't been juicing as much, and I'll see how that affects everything. But even in that, I don't put any fat in my juices. But since I broke my fast, I've been doing fruit and savory meal greens, but combining better, and like I said, my digestion has been better than ever. This is a jackfruit I got off of my tree, and that's going to be my first meal today. I usually eat between 10 and 11 o'clock. I'll eat my first meal of the day, and that's usually some fruit that's locally off my trees, and that has a lot to do with it as well. So for the first time in my life, I've always been able to get some fruit off my trees and some from the store, but this last couple of months, everything's been off my trees, truly ripe fruit. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm sure it does. But then I'll eat my second meal, usually around maybe around 6 o'clock. I'll have my savory meal. I've been making some recipes at that time. Again, just like I'm not putting sugar in my morning meals, I'm not putting fat in my morning daily meals. I'm not putting sugar in my evening meals. There's one recipe that I have a little sugar in, but for the most part, I'm not mixing like I used to. And I used to mix quite a lot in smoothies and so on. Not anymore. I'm not snacking on nuts in the daytime or anything like that. For me, I've shown the biggest improvement in my digestion. I mean, before I would go to the bathroom once a day, and people would tell me sometimes they go to the bathroom after every bowel movement or something, and I'd be like, well, I'm just glad I'm going once a day. But since I've been eating this way, I've been going after every meal. I've been having a bowel movement, and you know, I'm really impressed with the way things are going. And since I've stopped fasting, my stomach, and I am fasting 1 day a week now as well. So I'm fasting 1 day a week, but my stomach has stayed down, no gut, no bloating, and again, I contribute all of this to, I contribute a lot of it to just doing this for so long, but I also contribute a lot of it to not mixing my meals and eating my sugars by themselves and my fats and savory by themselves. Now I will eat greens with this, maybe a green drink before this. I think that'll be okay, but I'm not going to mix fat and sugar. So try it. That's my suggestion to you all. And when you go out to a restaurant or you're going to make a raw dessert or something, you're mixing fat and sugars. And that can create a problem. Now if you have to put a little, maybe a date in a recipe, that's one thing. But I'm talking about, you know, just like eating a raw cheesecake, you're mixing it, and that's not the ideal way to do it. So try it and let me know how your experience is with that. Try it. You know, I'm not even looking at how much I'm eating. I'm trying to keep it 2 meals, and I'm trying to just not mix fats and sugars, and that's where I am right now. And I'll keep you updated on the results. Until then, everybody, put your comments and questions below. I'm going to eat now. Have a great day.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.